Hello everyone, welcome back to another terrifying video. I'm back with another story. I haven't done a video in a few days, so I thought why not. This is top 3 scary stories. Before I start the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel and follow me and everything. Hit that notification bell. If you've not seen my last video, I'll put it in the description, or you can check the end screen as well. Please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And let's get into today's video. Oh, by the way, if you guys can leave in the comments hashtag scary story, I will pin and heart your comment. Roll the intro. My house is haunted. Me and my family just moved into a house built a very long time ago. It was pretty nice house, huge rooms, 2 bathrooms, and a nice dining room. After we moved in, we were told about the dark history of our house. Apparently someone killed himself in the master bathroom. There's much other rumors I've heard about this house, but that was only confirmed death in this house. Recently my dog has been acting weird. It's normal for a dog. That's just getting used to a new environment. But this isn't that. Last week it was just me and my dog at home, alone, and I was in my room while he was on his bed in the kitchen. I heard something coming from the kitchen, but I just figured it was my dog. Not long after, I heard noises of my dog running to my door, scratching and crying. I let him in and he hid under my blankets. After I let him in, tonight he was just being a huge baby. But that is not what it was. I heard someone knocking on my door, but I was home alone. My door opened and nobody was there. Then I heard someone whispering in the kitchen, but I told myself I was just being paranoid. Then I hear someone quickly walk through the kitchen to my door. I don't see anyone, but I do see a huge disfigured shadow on the wall outside my door. And it was very tall, but nobody was there. I called my mom, literally in tears, telling her to get home. As soon as she's home, we notice that the basement door is slightly open. And it's pitch black down there. We don't bother going down there because it's very creepy, so we just close the door. I have many more stories from a couple of months I've lived in this house, so if you like this one, I'll post more of my stories. Sorry, it's the light. That was terrifying. That was definitely either a ghost or some kind of paranormal entity. Really creepy. What is your scary story from your childhood? I will go first. Growing up, I had a toxic household. Parents argued all the time, and it was just me and my 2 sisters at the time. When I was 8, I'm now 19, my dad left and I didn't hear from him for a year. When I turned 10, he moved into the old house I already hated it, but it was every other weekend. It was the only time I saw my dad, and he never knew how to cook, so it was typical weekend at your father's. Pizza, dino nuggets, and fries. His girlfriend, my now stepmom, ended up moving in after a few months in the new house. She had a super mean cat who I never met, but almost immediately I didn't get along with. After a week of going back, I barely saw the cat, and when I didn't notice it, she was meaner than normal, and she had a mohawk going on her side on her body. It was licked clean off. She had a buzz cat. Kinda think I started noticing more and more weird stuff in the house. It was always freezing cold that I had to it was freezing cold that I had to be layered hoodies, sweats. Hell, I slept in socks and I could never sleep in them. I also always felt watched when I was going to bed. Going to bed, late night water, all that laundry being destroyed. After I leave the room, it caused many fights with my siblings because my dad and stepmother were huge on chores, and I would get in trouble. It got so creepy that I hated being in the house and stopped seeing my dad, which caused a lot of distance with us. Thankfully, he had a habit of leaving homes after a year. I agreed to go back to see him and tried to forget about the house. The cat even went back to normal and actually got nicer and cuddles me a lot. When I turned 13, I asked my dad about the house. He looked at me shocked. I never told you. We moved out because it had a family died in it. I was shocked. The house was a part of a 1800 townhome that got destroyed in a fire. They blocked off the destroyed and burnt parts and built a house and connected them by just 2 doors. My room was a part of the original house and was actually where the family of 2 children, a mother, died. They were killed by the father, who went to his workspace and caught it on fire. A family friend came to pick up the mom for a night out and saw the fire and was able to keep most of the house alive. Many stuff from that family was still in the house, and one of the stuff being a journal from the mother. She went on about her husband's abuse and his hatred for getting pregnant, for her getting pregnant with her twin children. He would abuse her, then rape her in front of her children, and nobody would believe her because she was a female. They were buried and still are in a cemetery to this day. But the house was destroyed but replaced. My great aunt took ownership of the house and made sure it was destroyed and even destroyed the stuff. What the fuck is wrong with that house? That is... Dude, you guys shouldn't have bought it in the first place. That is just awful. That was some kind of spirit. I still say that just anybody thinks about buying that house, I would strongly recommend you not do that. Okay, our last story, Black and White. This isn't quite a ghost story because I'm not sure if the thing I saw was a ghost. A couple years back, when I was a teen, I was driving up a canyon out of the, I'm gonna try to pronounce this, Dutchins. I hope I said that right. A small town in Utah. It was the middle of the day. The sun was out, and there were only spotty clouds. The road I was using was pretty isolated, but not totally out of the way. Every once in a while, I would pass an oil rig off the side of the road. Occasionally, a small house or a couple of cows would be a little further back from where I was driving. There weren't any trees blocking my line of sight, and any shrubbery was either just scratchy jumper bushes or grass that would barely reach past your ankles. Again, Utah. I was enjoying the drive a lot because for me, driving time is me time, and I was looking around, taking in the scenery, when I saw something to my right. About 75 feet, standing near the oil rig, was a person. At first, I didn't think anything of it, there have been people who occasionally maintain an oil rig. But then I looked closer, and what I saw was anything but human. It had 2 legs and 2 arms, but that is where the differences stopped. It looked like it was made out of black scribbles. Like if you took a pen and randomly scribbled across a sheet of paper. In between the black scribbles was a stark white. Anything through the creature, its arms were long enough to reach mid-calf, and it didn't quite have normal hands. Instead, it looked like branches twisting off a main trunk of its arms. It didn't really have a head, neck. Instead, some sort of just had a slight hump raising from its top of the scribbles. Didn't cross, leaving 2 blank white circles. It was hunched over, but even then I could tell it was big. It reached about a third of the way up the oil rig. I saw this thing pure daylight. I wasn't sleepy. I only had been on the road for about an hour, and half before I saw the thing. I made complete eye contact with it, but it didn't necessarily make me feel scared. It just uneasy. Has anyone else seen anything like this, or did teen me just have a split second of flash insanity? That sounds creepy as hell, and if I was you, I would just like hit the gas and just like drive as fast as I can away from it, although I'm not sure if that would help or not, depending on what this... Well, you guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel and follow me and everything. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Like I said, links to the description for my last video or the end screen as well. Please leave in the comments hashtag scary stories, and I'll pin and heart your comment. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.